The Q movement is real. You will find out. When are we going to find out? Because for the last 4 to 8 years since Donald Trump has been in office, you guys have been pushing this narrative, and I'm still waiting to see something. Yeah, the lingo that Donald Trump uses, trust the plan and there's a storm coming. So you guys get fed information through a computer and believe Donald Trump is speaking to y'all in code. Talk about the epitome of following something blindly. You sure you want to trust that? Donald Trump's taking out the deep state, right? And the ping pong ball effect continues with the left and the right. Notice when Operation Warp Speed rolled out, you guys were all about the conspiracy theories and the left was attacking you. Then it started with the left after the so-called assassination attempt on Donald Trump, where the left was saying something, and now they're talking about a coup happening inside the government, and you guys are calling them Blue Anon. And I know every single one of y'all's talking points go something like this. Donald Trump has been in a military operation this whole time. They put clones in the White House like Joe Biden and several other individuals. It was a staged election. Biden wasn't really in there because Donald Trump is running a military operation. Because all those clones that you saw in office were put on military tribunals and no longer with us. Donald Trump is rescuing all of the children. There is a secret operation and Donald Trump is rescuing all the children. Funny thing is, you guys said all this the last 4 years that this military operation was taking place, yet you guys were all screaming at Biden and the Democrats for how bad the country was. Make that make sense. So which is it? Was it Donald Trump in a military operation or not? You can't have it both ways. Yet when Operation Warp Speed rolled out, the WEF Global Summit told you it was going to be a reset for Agenda 2030 that never stopped. They said never let a good crisis go to waste. So you had Fauci pacifying the left with the shots after Trump rolled it out, and now you got Elon Musk saying he's fighting the government, exposing all this corruption because they're installing artificial intelligence. Because everybody knows the government's been corrupt for several years, including under Donald Trump's first term, but now suddenly there's this need to expose all these things. But nobody's getting arrested. They put this information out on truther accounts and say that's being transparency. And while the left continues to be pacified by fighting one another, and then you guys sit on your hands continuing to trust the plan, they continue to roll out artificial intelligence. The Q movement was used intentionally to wake people up to the system, because when you're bringing in a new system, you destroy the old system. This is why Donald Trump and Elon Musk are saying the golden age and the new world, the age of Aquarius. And the reason that I brought up the Khazarians and the Russian Bolshevik, because they also ran an operation on their people, similar to what's happening to you in regards to Q, where you believe a white hat and black hat operation is taking place and the deep state and the cabal is being removed. That's why you guys are now saying Russia and Donald Trump are joining forces together. QAnon bears striking resemblance to Bolshevik PSYOP from the 1920s known as Operation Trust. Isn't that what Donald Trump says? Trust the plan, a storm is coming. Operation Trust was a Bolshevik counterintelligence operation run from 1921 to 1926, aimed at neutralizing opposition by creating the false impression that a powerful group of military leaders had organized to stop the communist takeover. That's why for the last years y'all have been neutralized, being fed intel while intel is being gathered on you. At least the left understands that a coup is taking place inside the government. But y'all continue to allow these politicians to do the ping pong ball effect, as I stated, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's funny you guys will say the left is brainwashed by the mainstream media, but you still go to the mainstream media. You guys were calling it fake news under Donald Trump, but it's not fake news when it fits your agenda, right? You don't see how these politicians play, y'all? And as you continue to read this, it will tell you why they did that. You can sit around playing games and patty caking and believing whatever you want. The facts don't change. The American hoax is over. There is a balancing power that has always existed with the elites of the world. They expose you to the blatant evil by shedding light onto that evil because it's the light aspect of the system. They call this the awakening because they're awakening you, but it's not the wisdom that comes from God. It's for a specific purpose because they're going to enslave you into another system. Because big empires have always stood in the past and then they have fallen and another one rises and the elites still pull the strings behind the scene. And you'll believe this because they give you false hope and you will hold on to every single word that they say because you let them do the thinking for you. You don't critically think and ask questions. Believe what you want, but you are in a psyop because history repeats, and that's exactly what the Bible says. Nothing new under the sun. What was, what is, will be again. Fourth industrial revolution with everybody tracked and traced at the hest of artificial intelligence. But the so-called truther movement that you follow is full of nothing but a bunch of CIA operatives that have done a great job on all of you, but you believe what you want. Have a good one.